Alright guys, you know what? Since I have to go soon, I at least wanna cover something. Well, let's cover some basics. Let's do some training drills, practice drills, whatever, show you guys some tricks and tricks. First of all, I want to show you something about Soldier. I know a lot of you people who watch my stream know I do this all the time. But this is for the people in chat who actually have no idea how it works. So, there's a very special cancel on Soldier that you guys don't know about, or some of you don't know about. And I'm going to show you about it. And it will win you. So, a lot of scenarios you happen to end up seeing a Soldier 1v1 and you have ultis, you pop ultimate. Sometimes you're like, wait, I pop ultimate first, yet I lost. Well, so the trick here is like, when Soldier has heal and ultimate at the same time, when you press heal, it takes a little bit of a time for the heal to come down because there's an animation, right? And what up, Bubblefish? Nice to see you. So there's an animation for when you use the healing. So sometimes you're like, fuck, dude. Stay in the middle, you might pop ultimate and you go heal, right? And you're like, fuck, I died because he gets the damage out first. So what is the actual trick? Why does he get the ultimate out before you? So there's a trick with Soldier that a lot of people don't know about, and I've showed this on stream several times. But I know there's a lot of you guys out there in my chat right now who's like, what does he talk about? And I'm gonna show you. Pay attention to what I'm doing right now. Okay, so I fucked up. Never mind, let me get ultimate again. Okay, here we go. You guys ready? Look at the heal, how fast he comes out. You guys saw that? Okay, so the trick to it is use heal first and then ultimate. That means you cancel the healing animation completely and becomes instant, and you start healing immediately. And that's how you usually win. That's how you win the Soldier 1v1s usually. Because when some people I see panic and use pop ultimate and then heal, that means you're losing a lot of DPS that you could be doing if you don't use the heal first. I'll show you again, just for reference. Okay, you guys ready? E ultimate. It's instant. Remember that. It is really, really good to remember. That's one. Alright, moving on. Let's see, we have a little bit longer. Yeah, so one of the most questions I've been asked in chat as well is like, how do you keep the spread from, you know, if you keep shooting, obviously your shots are going to go all over the place, right? Instead of being accurate, right now we're doing something called quad burst. In the old patch, we used to do triple. So what you do is you use 4 bullets, and those 4 bullets will always be accurate. If you wait half a second in between those quad bursts, all your shots will end up being accurate. You feel what I mean? Sometimes, for some reason, some people ask me, like, when you're very, very far away from the target, why do you spam one tap? So I feel like it's easier to maintain control out of your aim if you're moving around and you're one tapping them. You know what I mean? The damage is also very low, but I feel like it's better if you use one tap from super, super far away. It's just a style that I've been getting. I don't know why. You know what I mean? I just don't know why, but I feel like it's better. Also, a lot of people try to snipe with the right click. Don't snipe with the right click. Don't. Shoot at their feet. You know why? Because the damage is literally the same. This way, you'll be able to get the damage in 90% of the time instead of trying to snipe people. If you shoot them near the feet, you will do the same amount of damage. Do the cancel again. E, you press heal and then ultimate immediately after. We're calling it the seamless cancel, alright? Remember that. Another thing people ask me is also, what do you aim when you play? Like, what do you go for? Usually I aim for the throat. If you shoot at the throat, you have a high chance of getting headshot. But if the target moves a lot or crouch, you will get an instant headshot. So crouching for them will not be, like, it will not be a strat that will work for them. Alright, practice drill. So, on Soldier, before games, official games, I have a practice drill that I found out myself is very useful. It works on McCree, but it's harder on McCree. But it works for Soldier as well. So what I do is I go from this area, right here, and the bot up here, because it's high ground, right? So it's like, it's good for muscle memory. What you do is you spend 1 headshot on every single bot. You hit 1 headshot, 2 headshot, 3 headshot, 4 headshot, 5 headshot, and then 6 headshot over here. And then you keep doing it as fast as you can. And I'll give you a little bit of a show how that works. Keep doing it. There's one more bot, right? Hello? It's not. The bot died up there. You missed some, you hit some. Fuck it, we hit him twice. Canceling it. So this exercise is way harder on McCree, and I'll show you why. So these bots are 6 in total. McCree has 6 bullets in his revolver. So what you want to do here is you want to make sure that you hit all of them. Don't stress your shots. Make sure they count. Make sure you hit them. This is what you want to do. So McCree's training drill is essentially the same thing. It's just way harder. And what you can do in this scenario is that you can clock yourself on how fast you can move from all these bots, and you can also count the bullets in the bottom right corner. Right? Let's see if we can do it. Missed that one. Missed that one. Missed that one. Okay, that was absolutely terrible. We're gonna do it again. Is that about spawn? Okay, good. Alright, we hit all 6. So that's 6 out of 6. Not too bad time, but obviously you can race against yourself and try and get a better time each time you do it. That's 6-6 again. So essentially you're doing the same thing. My biggest tip is don't stress your shots and everything is going to be fine. You know what I mean? And this is one of my practice drills that I do every once in a while. You can do it super fast as well. It depends if the bots are willing to be fast. Hello? Okay, we missed the last one. That sucks. But for the record, it's a really good practice drill, and why I don't want you to stress your shots, and stressing your shots means you're like super fast, you're like, I'm not sure if I'm gonna hit the headshot. It's better if you learn your brain how to take the time and get the headshot, because that is what actually is gonna matter when you're playing in game as well. When you feel like you get the groove, you can do it way faster. I always miss that last one for some reason when he moves forward. It's so hard. But yeah, eventually you're gonna learn how to do it so fast that it just becomes a habit from the get-go, you know what I mean? Like, what? I keep missing that last one, I don't know why. My mouse cord gets getting in the way. Let's do it again just for show. Okay. Reload fast. We miss everything. I don't know what the fuck's going on. Thanks for the tips. Yeah, so that practice drill is really efficient. And again, do not stress your shots at all. I have an excuse. I'm using a new mouse. Hey. So, Tracer. Alright, so you already know the hitbox, medium area, headshot. Headshot does twice the damage of anything else. There's also a fall off, obviously. You do less damage over here than you would do over here. It's just the way the game works. So, a lot of people are like, oh, you're tracking so insane. Well, I still have ways to go. But one of the tips that I chose before that I think really help a lot of people is a lot of tracers tend to go for the head, right? You just want to kill the head. Go for the head. More damage, you know, why wouldn't you? Well, there's a trick to it, right? So tracer spread is pretty large in general. So if you're moving against a straight target, headshot might not always be the right way to go for it. Another thing I see a lot of people do as well is that they feel like their tracking just isn't on point. Well, a thing I do every single time I play in ranked, I play in tournaments, and I'm sure you guys are going to co-op to this when you see it, and when I tell you, but I never run straight to the target, right? I always run with the target. And what you want to do, instead of going for the head, you want to go for the throat. Again, the same measurement that we talked about Soldier before, that if the target tries to crouch spam or whatever, you're going to get a clip of headshots, and that will essentially be more damage. But if the target doesn't crouch, you'll get a hybrid of damage. You'll get the headshot that you need, and you'll get the body shots. Honestly, it's not that bad. If you want to go for the headshot, I advise you to not to. I advise you to train to go for the throat instead. The throat is the better area. So what I tend to do, instead of like trying to kill people straight off the bat, I see a lot of people who have good tracking, but they just don't have the movement. And what I mean by that is that you want to run with the target. Fucking run with the target. That means you don't even have to move your mouse that much. You know what I mean? Sure, I perfected aiming from you know, far away to use head-to-head shot, you know? But when you're playing Tracer especially, you can blink in such a way that you can always have the momentum. You know what I mean? You barely need to move your crosshair at all. I'm sure you get the drill. Better. Also, pulse bomb has a larger radius if you put the bomb on the ground. Just FYI. What else do we have? I mean, the same thing could be said for... Fuck it, I'm pissed I didn't get a 6 out of 6. I'm gonna get it. Did you show video things before you go? I could. I just want to have a 6 out of 6 training drill before I go. There you go. Thank you. Does running with the target also makes it easier to hit you? Yeah, but that's where you have the blinks. Also, on Tracer, rather be safe than sorry, you don't always want to go for that initial kill. If a target goes away with 2 or 3% of HP and you know there's a chance you might die, fucking step out of there and go back. Tracer has a recall for a reason. She can get her HP back. The target you're killing, most definitely don't. What else do I want to say? Oh yeah, an Ana tip. I know a lot of you guys know this. This was one of my tips in the beginning, but it's always overlooked. And I know there's a lot of Ana players in the chat that actually don't know about this, but for some people it's very obvious, but I just want to cover every base, you know? There's some people that aren't as experienced as you other guys. So, obviously, she has a quick scope mechanic. It's very, very fast. You can do it almost instantly, but only one time. And you have to jump before you do it. See that? Quick scope mechanic is you hold the right click, and you shoot almost before it gets in. And that way you can power up a shot instantly instead of waiting for the, you know, the full animation to happen. Another thing a lot of people don't know about is the thing about Ana. This might be a noob tip for some people, but for some people it's like, holy shit, I didn't know that. Let's say you're playing a payload map and you're in a corner and you know there's like enemy lines over here, blah blah blah. And let's say you have a Ryan over at this base right there. A lot of times I see Anas like literally do this. Now I'm gonna tell you why that is super, super bad. You see the trail? The shot leads after? Dead bait. Dead giveaway. They can see you, exactly where you're coming from, and the sound is louder. What happens if you don't use right click? They actually don't see this projectile. This is invisible to them, and the sound is almost nothing. You can see the projectile, they can't. And I think that's a pretty good tip for some people that play Ana. Some of you guys don't know about it. I just wanted to well, thank you. I just wanted to cover that. Yeah, that's pretty much what I wanted to say about Ana in general. You guys want to see my video settings? I'll give you my video settings before I go. And there's the video settings. Half of a life left, not even a sub. I'm so sad, man. Nice to see you though. I always run out of the blinks when I panic. How do I learn to manage blink? Practice doesn't seem to work. Well, don't. So, here's my video settings anyways. So there's one thing. Blinking. Well, a lot of you guys know there's a technique called IDDQD blink. It's been happening more in the past. Obviously people do it all the time, but I'm the one who's like spent the most time actually doing it for the most part. And what the IDD blink goes out to do is essentially if you're finding a target anywhere, and this saves you a lot of time. Let's say you have 3 blinks. And this is typical for me. A lot of people refer this to me because I was the one to first do it pretty, you know, hard in tournament matches, I'd say at least. I did it from like day 1 in beta, but the technique I used to have, you have to learn the blink position, so you absolutely don't want to end up in front of them, you want to end up behind them. Now this is a pretty bad example because I'm going to end. This is about the range you want to be at, and what it all does, this is the only thing you do. Let's say you're fighting a soldier or whatever, you're bursting him down, and you know he's aiming for a right click. Some people don't really have high sense when they're playing hit scan. This works well against hit scan, not so much against other heroes. And the reason because of it, hit scan players generally have lower sense. And what that means is you can blink forward, make him turn around, and you blink back, and he's going to look behind him. He's going to look behind him instantly. It's going to take time for him to do that, and it takes 0 to no effort for you to do it. You know what I mean? And what it does, you'll turn him around really quickly. So essentially you're just baiting him to look behind. And since he has low sense, you won't lose anything on that, but he will, and that will end up you getting another clip in his fucking body before he reacts to it. Like, Very, very simple tip, but always overlooked. What? I know there's just very, very basic tips. It's like you're... Essentially, it works. And always recall beforehand. Don't get the last piece of damage in. Make sure that you stay alive. If you die, 0 DPS is bad, and you should feel bad if you die. You stay alive, you will do more damage if you're alive, no matter what. It's not worth going for that extra damage. Let's get both of these fuckers. Alright guys, and that'll be all for me. I have to end it because I have a meeting in 10 minutes. I hope you guys enjoyed. I know the tips are very basic, but I'll try and find out like other stuff that you guys could really benefit from. Obviously, we're gonna upload things like this on the YouTube regularly from now on. So, if you guys have any questions or whatever, or anything you want me to address, I can also cover those in the tutorial videos, and it helps me if you guys post it on Discord or post it in the chat here. Either way, guys, thank you so much for hanging out. I know it's a short stream. I really appreciate everyone. Thank you so much for breaking the sub count once again. I am eternally grateful for you guys helping and supporting me. Without me, there's no you. That being said though, guys, I hope everyone have a kick-ass day and a kick-ass night. Respect your elders and have a good time. That's all I wish. I hope everyone take care of themselves, and if you happen to like what you see, please drop a follow. You can also hit me up on Twitter at iddqdOW, and please check out my YouTube and my Discord, !social for that. Guys, take care. I love every single one of you. See you guys later. Bye-bye.